Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
It's Dhanteras.
Ooh, Dhanteras, the first day of Diwali.
Exactly. We've got some excerpts from a podcast episode all about this festival.
Love it. Diwali, the festival of lights. Beautiful.
Yeah, but with Dhanteras, it goes, a little deeper than just the lights and the festivities.
Deeper, huh?
Yeah, like prosperity. And not just material wealth, but like well-being too.
Interesting.
Right. Plus, there's this whole legend about a god like coming out of the ocean with a nectar pot.
Okay, now that's got my attention. A nectar pot, you say.
Yeah. And get this, people buy gold for luck. It's a whole shopping tradition.
So it's not your typical holiday shopping spree, then?
Not at all.
Sounds like we've got a lot to unpack.
So Dhanteras, what is it exactly?
Well, the name itself gives us a clue. Dhan, meaning wealth, and Teras, the 13th lunar day.
Okay, so wealth on the 13th day. Got it.
But here's the thing. It's dedicated to two deities, not just one. We've got Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. Right, Lakshmi. Makes sense.
But also Dhanvantari,
Dhanvantari.
the god of medicine and healing.
Whoa, that's a fascinating combo. Wealth and healing.
Right, it's this duality, like
Yeah.
true prosperity needs both the material and the physical well-being.
It's like, what's the point of wealth if you're not healthy to enjoy it?
Exactly. Dhanteras is all about that balance. In fact, some even see health itself as a form of wealth.
No, you mentioned a legend earlier. Something about a god and a nectar pot.
Oh, right. The story of Dhanvantari. It goes back to this, epic cosmic event.
Cosmic event.
Yeah, the churning of the ocean, called Samudra Manthan. It's a big deal in Hindu mythology.
Wow. Okay.
So picture this. Out of all this cosmic chaos, Dhanvantari emerges, holding a pot of Amrit,
Right.
the nectar of immortality.
So not just any drink. This is like the elixir of life.
Exactly. It's a really powerful image, and it really emphasizes, that focus on health and healing that we see in Dhanteras.
So it's not just about buying gold. There's this deeper meaning about longevity and well-being. Right. It's like a foundational myth that shapes how people celebrate even today. It's why people, even today, might use Dhanteras as a time for health checkups or traditional wellness practices.
That's really interesting. So how do people celebrate, practically? I know there's a shopping tradition, but what else goes on?
Well, first, you got to get the house ready.
Okay, so spring cleaning.
Big time.
Yeah.
Cleaning and decorating. People want to create this welcoming, auspicious atmosphere.
I can imagine. For Lakshmi, right?
Exactly. They light diyas all over the place, these beautiful oil lamps.
Oh, yeah. The diyas, it must look so magical with all the lights.
It really does. And then there's the shopping.
The gold buying, right.
Yeah, buying gold or silver on Dhanteras. It's supposed to bring good luck and prosperity in the coming year.
It's so different from other holidays. You're not just buying gifts. It's about investing in something that, symbolizes wealth and good fortune.
And it's interesting how the tradition has evolved.
Oh, how so?
Well, while gold and silver are still popular, people also buy things like electronics or appliances, even cars and property. It's tradition adapting,
It's like the spirit of Dhanteras is saying, invest in what you believe in. Traditional or modern, if it brings you prosperity, go for it.
Exactly. But we can't forget the health side of things, too. That connection to Dhanvantari is really strong.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. We talked about the legend and the nectar, but do people actually do anything specifically for health during Dhanteras?
Oh, definitely. Some observe fasts for good health, or they might visit temples dedicated to Dhanvantari.
So it's like honoring both aspects of the festival, the material wealth and the well-being.
Exactly. And it's interesting, in the podcast we're looking at, the hosts, they had these personal stories about Dhanteras. They talked about family gatherings, the magical feeling of the lights. One of them even described the diyas as, mesmerizing.
I bet. I can practically picture it. Sounds beautiful and meaningful.
It really is. You can feel the emotion, It's not just rituals. It's about celebrating life, health, prosperity with loved ones.
It sounds like a really beautiful and layered festival.
It is a celebration of life, really.
So if we're thinking about what Dhanteras represents, it's that holistic prosperity, right?
Exactly. Material wealth intertwined with well-being. It's all connected.
Makes you think, if Dhanteras encourages us to focus on both those things, what can we do in our own lives to cultivate that balance?
That's a great question to consider.
Something to think about this Dhanteras.
Yeah.
And on that note, happy Dhanteras.
Happy Dhanteras.